Hi, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways of making gift boxes. They're so simple and are perfect for just a small gift. So let's get going. So all you need for this one is literally a piece of card, A4 sized, and a pair of scissors. That's it. You don't even need any glue for this one. So the first step is take the piece of card and fold one corner up until it's in line with the other side, so you're essentially creating a square with that piece. Trim off that extra bit there, so you're not even having to measure out a square. It's already done for you with this fold. Just chop that bit off. And then once you've done that, you can fold it back out again and then fold the other corner in the other direction, so then you've got an X fold over the whole square. Now we're just going to fold it up to the opposite corner, so you're folding it in half, and then do the same on the other side. So now we've got a bit almost like a snowflake sort of shape in the middle. Next we're just going to fold each corner into that centre point and go all the way around. Do this with all 4 corners. Now we've done that, next step is to fold into the centre line again. Depending on how thick your card is, this could be a bit tricky. If you're using a thicker card, then just be really careful with making sure I've made quite a good fold there. So you might need to press down quite hard on this bit. Fold that back out and then do the same on the other 2 sides again. Again, making sure you're pressing it in really tightly. Folding it up to that centre line. Now we're going to unfold it all again. And then unfold the top and the bottom. And then each side, fold them again into the centre line. They're going to make the sides. And then this bit can be a bit tricky, but you just need to nip the top section and fold it over. Make sure that's a really tight fold there. And because it's card, it holds its shape itself. So to make the bottom bit of the box, we're doing exactly the same thing all the way through again, but this time we need to cut the square 1.5 centimetres smaller than the original one. So what I'm doing here is I'm just marking it out 1.5 centimetres shorter, drawing it in, making sure it's a square. So just cut that square out. Now we're just going to do exactly the same as before, so fold in the corner to the other corner, again fold in the opposite corners, fold in each edge to the next edge, and then from that way fold in each corner into the centre, again folding into the centre from both sides, and then from the other sides, unfold, lift up the side panels and then just pinch and fold in, and that's it. Easy peasy. And you can just add some tissue paper and then pop your gift in there. Make sure you pinch the sides so that it's nice and tight, and then your lid will fit perfectly on the top. So for this one you'll need a ruler, a pen, piece of paper and some glue, or I've used double-sided tape just for ease. This one requires a bit more measuring and cutting. So what I'm doing first is I'm measuring 4 centimetres from the short edge, and then 4 centimetres again, and I'm going to do this on all 4 corners. Once you've done that, join all of the edges up, and then we'll have 4 squares, 1 in each corner. Next we're just going to fold along those edges. So we'll fold in each of the short edges in up to the line, and then we need to fold so that short edge there needs to come up to that first line. And then that will give us a channel in the middle, which is the same as the edges. Just want to trim up to that dividing line there on all of these 4 areas, and again on the other side. And it'll look like this, with trims up each side. These edge panels, we just need to fold them in. I find it easier to fold them all once it's cut, so you're not folding one long edge, you're just folding all of the little bits. So now it's all folded, we've got our net all flat. What we're going to do is tape these, or glue these edges onto the ones that are next to them. So I'm just using double-sided tape, and then we're just folding it in and pressing it on there neatly. And we'll do the same on the other side, and then nip those corners to make them really neat. We're going to do exactly the same as we did there, just on the other side. Now on this middle channel, we're going to attach those bits to one of the sides. Doesn't matter which side, they're both the same size. And then just nip them in as we did before. There we go. And then fold down your lid, make sure that it's nipped around the edge so it's nice and crisp. And there you go, that's it. Got a little hinge and everything. So for this next one, it requires a bit more measuring. So I'd say this one is the most complicated of all 3. This is going to make a nice little rectangular box. So again, I've got an A4 piece of card, and I'm just measuring 21 centimetres across from the short edge. So a short edge of an A4 piece of paper is 21 centimetres or 210 mil, and I'm just measuring that out and cutting it out so we've got a nice square. Again, in the earlier one we figured this out by just folding it, but we don't need a fold in that part of the box on this one, so I'm measuring it. And then if we measure in 4.5 centimetres from each edge, and then do that all the way up from that same edge. So we've got 4 blocks of 4.5 centimetre squares, and the top one will be smaller, but we'll measure 4.5 centimetres in from the other 2 edges, and then just join those up. This is going to be where all of the folds are, so just draw along, joining up all of the marks that you've measured. So starting from the bottom where you've measured 4.5 centimetres up, we're just going to cut up to them squares up those lines there. Make sure you're doing this on the bottom of the piece rather than the very top, because the top one is the thinner bit and that's what's going to form the flap for the lid. Then when we get to the lid, we're trimming this bit completely off. So the last block and that small bit is completely being trimmed off, and then we're trimming down from there. So we've now got the top bit, which is going to be for the lid. Now we're just going to fold all of these bits in, fold them in neatly. So you can sort of start to see it coming together now. Just make sure you fold along each of them lines. And then fold in this top bit, which makes the flap. And I'm just going to trim the edges off here at an angle, just to make it look more deliberate as to where you can open it from. Now we're just going to tape or glue these side pieces in. Attach that to the side. And again for the other side. And the wizardry of editing makes it look like this was really easy to do, but it was really hard for me to peel that off, especially with these nails. There we go, that's it. That's literally it. So the top bit, you can just tape, you can put a bit of tape down there or a nice sticker or something. But I think this is such a nice little shape as well, and it's like fairly deep as well, so you can put all kinds of things in here just with a bit of tissue paper. thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to get a notification next time I upload, and until then, I'll see you soon.